What's up, everybody? Welcome back. And as you guys can see, we are in a different setting today because this week we're back in Oregon for the week, visiting family, getting a chance to reset mentally, and getting ready for an upcoming road trip to Dallas, Texas. And before we actually head out to Texas, I wanted to hop on here and talk about something that's very near and dear to my wallet, because over the last 8 to 10 years as a creative filmmaker, whatever it is that you want to call it, I have spent hundreds, thousands, and at this point tens of thousands of dollars on everything that you can possibly think of, from cameras to lenses to lighting. I've spent an insane amount of money on this, and what I want to do with this video is talk to you guys about how, if I was starting all over again, how I would go about upgrading my gear. Because at the end of the day, what I've gotten a chance to know is that when I've made a big leap in my filmmaking or photography career, it wasn't necessarily because I got a better camera or a better lens. It was all the other things that I was doing that was allowing me to grow. And so that's why I wanted to hop on here, make this video, so that if you're somebody who is going to be taking this a little bit more serious now, going from a hobby to doing this professionally in some capacity, whether it's for yourself, for a small business, or whatever it may be, I want to make sure that you know where to spend your money, how to spend it, and what's going to help you make a difference in your career. So with that being said, let's get started with this list. Number one, the most important thing that you can do as a filmmaker or photographer in any capacity is upgrade your lighting. And I mean every aspect of your lighting. If you're a filmmaker or videographer, I do mean invest into a heavy duty light, whether it's something on the Godox line, aperture, or something along the lines, but something that's going to allow you to get either interview shoots, product shoots, and hold up with the right amount of brightness. This is why I also recommend you get yourself at least a bicolor light so you have a couple of different options. If you're a photographer, make sure you invest into a flash, at least a on-camera flash if you're going to be doing events for sure. But if you are going to be doing more studio portrait settings, make sure that you invest into a nice flash. I also mean make sure that you invest into everything, because your stands are just as important as the light itself. Lights are getting a little bit lighter, I would say, but you never want to be that person that puts a light on a weak stand and then it falls over and it causes a mess. Obviously, we are professionals. We want to make sure that we invest into everything. So even the light stand is important. If you guys can, I would recommend that you guys invest into a light stand and a C stand. That's going to give you the most, I think, range of options in terms of what you can do. And a couple lights are really all that you need to really start seeing a huge difference in your work. Lighting is key, whether it's inside, outside, whatever the case may be. Photographer, videographer, the most important thing that you can do is invest into your lighting. Number two on the list is invest into protecting your gear. Personally, I would recommend that you get some sort of hard case as soon as possible for your gear. These hard cases are not only going to protect your gear for a very long time, but they also come with additional accessories like pouches or additional places where you can put more gear in it. So it kind of serves a two-purpose thing where it protects your gear, and it also allows you to maximize the amount of gear that you can take with you on shoots. I've had my Pelican case for the last 4 years, going on 5, and it's been with me everywhere. It's been with me internationally, nationally, on all the shoots. And again, like, I'm not going to say that I throw my stuff or that I, just leave it everywhere, but it's seen to some things, and my gear has been solid from day one. I've never broken anything inside of the case, and I want to continue to have it that way. But again, if you're one of those people who maybe can't invest into a hard case right away, at least invest into a nice backpack, a heavy duty backpack that can weatherproof your gear. Because if you're going to be traveling with camera gear, you're exposed to risk at all times. You just want to make sure that you're doing the most to protect your gear, because gear is expensive. And on that note, I would also recommend that if you can, find some sort of insurance policy to protect your gear, because at the end of the day, things can and will happen on set that you just never know. And again, you don't want to have a set you back for months or years on end, because we know how expensive gear is. Protect your gear at all costs. Next item on the list is going to be software. If you are planning on taking this a little bit more serious, that might mean upgrading to a more serious editing platform. Doesn't really matter which one it is that you end up using, Premiere, DaVinci, CapCut, Final Cut. Doesn't really matter. What does matter is that you get efficient with it, that you learn where all the buttons are, that you increase your speed, and that you also know what the capabilities are of that software. For example, there are multiple softwares that don't allow you to do any sort of special effects, or you have to use a separate software for special effects. If that is something that you're going to be doing because of the work that you're in, then start looking into that and invest into that as quickly as possible, both money and time, because it takes time to learn how to use something, to learn how to use a software. The other thing that I would recommend is once you do learn your editing software and you know what the capabilities are, you feel comfortable with every single part of your software, then it's time to start exploring into adding some additional plugins, whether that's effects, titles, colors, whatever the case may be. This is where really things start to get fun, and you're going to start seeing a huge difference in your work. You're going to start seeing more of your work come to life, and I think what we're all chasing at the end of the day is to be able to have more tools to be able to tell a better story, to be able to convey our message to the most amount of people possible. And so that's what these plugins allow you to do. But first things first, get good and master your software. All right, so the next item on the list, I really don't know how to categorize it. So for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna call it whatever makes your life easier. So what I mean by that is, depending on whatever industry you're going into, there are gonna be things that there are gonna be certain tools or camera accessories that you can use to make your life easier, to make your whole process easier. For example, I'm somebody that likes to have a cage on all of my cameras because I like attaching multiple things to my camera, whether that's a microphone, couple of different microphones, the receiver for the mics, a light. You never even know what you're going to need on set, and it's important for me to have multiple options and multiple places to put it, so I invest into a cage. Again, whatever is going to make your process easier, whatever is going to minimize your time on set and maximize the quality of your product, is something that I can't recommend enough that you invest into. So depending on whatever niche that you're wanting to go into, if you have questions about a certain accessory or how you should upgrade your gear, please leave them down in the comments below or shoot me a message on social media. I'd love to answer them. I'd love to give you guys the direct products that I would use or that I've had experience in the past. So if that's something that you are wanting more information on, please either leave a comment down below or shoot me a message. And the last item on the list has absolutely nothing to do with electronic software or camera gear at all, but it has everything to do with you. If you are planning on taking the next step into becoming a filmmaker, into becoming a creative, into doing this full time, and that's investing into your business. I know as videographers, photographers, as you start working with brands, as you start working with businesses, it's a little bit hard to remind yourself that you are a business as well, and it's important for you to represent yourself as such. And so what I mean by that is investing into your personal brand, making sure that you have gear ready to go when you go on shoots, that you have your logo, that you have hats, that you have business cards. If you don't have a website, that your social media is on brand and on point, because you never know what shoot you're going to be on. Somebody recognizes you or sees your work, sees you working out there, and they may want to work with you in the future. So you want to make sure that you have your business cards, that you have everything set up to be able to maximize those opportunities that you are getting, that you do get along the way. Because obviously at the end of the day, in order for you to be doing this long term, you have to continue to do business. And the only way for you to continue to do business is for people to recognize who you are, to know who you are. And so I can't recommend it enough. As soon as you can, as soon as you know that you're wanting to take this professionally, take this to the next level, invest into yourself, invest into your business. And again, if you made it this far in the video, I cannot thank you enough. I hope that you found this information useful. And if you're somebody that is looking to invest into your gear, you're about to spend some money, or you're wanting to know how to spend your money, leave your comments down below, send me a message. I'm more than happy to share as much information as I possibly can. In the future, keep an eye out, because this channel is going to be a lot more of this, a lot more of sharing my personal experience, sharing with you guys what I've learned over the last 8 to 10 years to hopefully help you guys learn from my mistakes, avoid those mistakes, and help you get to where you want a lot faster. So thank you guys again for spending this time with me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.